Okay, so lesson 3, what we're going to do is I would like for you to open Scratch as you go through this particular part of the lesson. And this section, though there are 12 pages in the guide below, as we go through the guides, are really going to get in depth with your types of blocks that are available in your block palette. Not just the particular type of blocks, for example, the stack block, the hat block, and the reporting blocks, but also the different styles. So as you go through this, really study this particular part because it's going to walk you through each one of the styles of blocks available in your palette. So motion blocks, for example, it's going to go through every one of these motor blocks, which we won't get into now, but we will get into as we're doing sensors and so forth. Your look block, so all of your look blocks and what they do. This is really going to come in useful as we start to build things, because you'll know what all of these blocks do, what their capabilities are, the sound blocks. Then it's going to go through and it's going to list all of your pin blocks, which are very cool, and there are several lessons where we will invoke the pin blocks for our scripts. Your control blocks, which are kind of the brains, the control panel, basically, of your scripts that you're building with these blocks. Your sensing blocks, which are very, very important also. And then into these operators, which will allow you to set conditions for your scripts. And then we'll get into wrapping it up on the guide here towards the end by page 12. So really study these. Really study these types of blocks. It'll really pay off as we start to building things. So this third lesson, open up Scratch, go through this guide. As you go through this guide, for example, the motion blocks, go ahead and pull out one of the blocks into your little work area and double click it on your sprite with your sprite and see what it does. Your default sprite when you open Scratch is just going to be the cat, so that's fine. Just use your cat, play around, explore these blocks, really get familiar with the blocks. As we mentioned in our second lesson, the importance of the X and Y position, because we know that our stage is divided into an X, left and right, and Y, up and down. So most of these motion blocks will invoke that positioning. You see this, glide, this particular block right here. Glide 1 second to X and Y. Play around with that. Play around with all of these blocks. It'll really pay off as we get into lesson 4, 5, 6, and so on. Will really pay off. So have fun with that, and we'll see you in lesson 4.